It is a day designated where all of us put the voices together to denounce the abuses that take place against older persons. Believe me, no, the older persons out there have been abused. Talk of the grabbing of land by the young adults. We've heard of cases of rape to the older women. We've heard of older women being chased away from communities because they are labeled to be witches. All these are taking place in our communities. So as a department of older persons, we saw it wise to join the international community to commemorate this day, to put together our voices to say no to the abuses that take place to the older person. Specifically, we are denouncing, or we are putting our voices together to denounce the abuses that take place to the older persons. In the process of fighting for the rights of older persons, we are faced with a number of challenges. Amongst them is the ageism. People imagine that another person cannot do anything. Another person cannot own land. And you go to the community, ask why are they oppressing the older person? People have a feeling that the older person cannot own land. Then another challenge is failure to report cases of abuse. For instance, if an older woman has been raped by the grandson, she sees it that it is culturally impossible for her to report that my grandson raped me. How will the community take it? Yet these practices are there, but we are not in a position of getting the stories. The theme of this year is gender-based violence in old age, a call for action. Whatsoever is taking place within or amongst the older persons is taking place within the home environment. People who are neglecting the older person, people who are failing to provide for the older person, people who are raping the older person, all the bad things that are happening to the older person are happening in the eyes of the community, in the eyes of the family, in the eyes of the grandchildren and the children. So that's why we have chosen that we celebrate this year on that theme. So that's why we are calling upon everybody to take action. I beg and I call upon the community to join us as we commemorate this day. Let us join the voices to make sure that the older person is secure. Because if the older person of today is secure, then you will be secured by the time you come to the age where these older persons are. We have just written to IGPA, Inspector General Police, to work with us to make sure that we unearth all the cases that have taken place to the older persons. On that day, we are coming up with a list of cases, and we are going to reach out to these older persons who will appear in these cases for their comments.